Hello, my friends from around the world. Thanks so much for joining me here at JP's Path of Awareness. So great to be with you. I'm going to do a short recording here just of, this is a letter that Herb Fitch wrote to one of his students. It's very enlightening in regard to a simple practice that you can utilize to see and know of the presence of this spirit. As we hold to this absolute truth, that is all, the all in all of our being. Herb says here, you must prepare the way for spirit to activate your life. It cannot do it without your cooperation. If it could, it would empty all hospitals, get rid of famine, disease, and all malnutrition, etc. But spirit is powerless to function where the soil is not prepared. Number one, it cannot be done your way. If you knew how to get the sun in the sky, the planets moving through the heavens, and you were the moving force behind all life, then you could do it your way. But letting spirit do it, if you want to be successful, means crucifixion. If you want to be something, you fail from the start. It means total surrender of self and every concept that self has. Now, if that doesn't appeal to you, you don't have to do it. But you should know that only surrender prepares the soil for the force to act. There cannot be two minds, God's mind and your mind. Not two wills, God's will and your will. If you are not willing to make yourself into a doormat and say, God, here I am, walk on me. I'm ready to serve, not to dictate, not to complain, not to ask for anything, not to tell you what I want or what I think I should have. If you're not ready to lay down your life and say, God, move my arms, move my mind, move my heart, move me anyway, anywhere, because without you, I do not exist. If you can't do this, you might as well forget spiritual living. It only works when God is the force that you turn to 24 hours a day for everything you think, see, and do. Now that level of humility and meekness prepares the way. Then the infinite splendor can be released. It's all set up so that no one on earth can persuade or influence the supreme intelligence of the universe. You might as well argue with the ocean. God is not listening to man any more than the ocean is. God is not punishing or rewarding man any more than the ocean is. The true spiritual student can believe this and lives inside God. Does not see evil, hear evil, or speak evil. Does not believe in the existence of evil. Because he knows that where God is, evil cannot be. Understand this. If you accept evil, you also accept the absence of God. Life consists of making a choice 24 hours a day. Is God here, or is evil here? The choice you make determines the substance of your life experience. The world accepts the existence of evil, and therefore it experiences evil. And because evil cannot exist where God is, when a person or the world accepts the presence of evil, well, you're also accepting the absence of God. And then you suffer for it. But you don't suffer because God is punishing you, because of the belief that God is absent. You simply lose the power of God simply because you believe that God is absent. Now, you want the power of God in your life, and therefore you must accept the presence of God. Without the presence of God, how can you have the power of God? And that is the supreme test you fail every day without realizing. You accept evil, so you might as well stand up and say and shout that God is not here. While you keep accepting the presence of evil, you keep punishing, you keep pushing God out of your life. Now, turn it around. God and evil cannot exist in the same place. They simply cannot. Now, which is there, evil or God? You see the evil, you do not see God. You do not see the action of God. You say, well, the evil is here. You have simply been betrayed by the senses and betrayed by the mind, which makes false horizons. Your mind picks evil and denies the presence of God, which it cannot see. And so you keep declaring God is not here, and all the while you're really hoping that God will help you. Now reverse this. Turn ye and live. God is here. On this I place my life. God is here in the middle of a leper colony. God is here. This is the first law of truth. God is here. Here, here, there, there, there. Everywhere, everywhere. God is here, and God is here, and evil cannot exist in the same place. God is here, there, everywhere, and where is evil. You are seeing the illusion of the mind, because God is. Evil is not. And unless that is your knowledge, your understanding, your conviction, and your unwavering awareness, then you are one of the millions that are hypnotized by believing God is not here and evil is. Now, if you do not overcome this false belief, you walk in darkness. You do not walk in the light. Every evil, no matter what its name, lack, limitation, unhappiness, envy, distrust, crime, corruption, sickness, death, war, hate, atrocity, pain. Every evil is a belief that God is not here. Close your eyes and know this. God, because you are here, all evil is impossible. No more can I judge by appearances, for they are all illusion. You are here, and this is my religion, your living presence. Just as clouds do not drive the sun out of the sky, so evil cannot drive you away. And I will know this until the sunshine of your presence comes through the clouds of evil, that they're only in the human mind. Now this is how you begin to break the hypnosis of the senses. And that's the end of this letter by Herb Fitch. And as we recognize in this and practice this in our living, as he says, 24 hours a day, if you have even have a dream of something evil, you have to awake. And of course it disappears. But you must awake in your consciousness also that evil cannot be where God is. That evil is coming through as a suggestion, as a temptation of world thought that accepts evil and therefore accepts the absence of God. So be clear, this takes practice. As in Joel's book, Practicing the Presence. It's very important to have this humility to allow God to be everything in your life, every decision, to be your true guidance, your sustaining and maintaining influence. That is the Christ of your being, the Christ of her being, his being. Remember, thy grace is my sufficiency. But it's also the grace of him and of her and of it. Everything around us is governed by this force. When you recognize this true presence. So appreciate you all holding this truth. Many blessings, and look forward to talking when we can.